Welcome to WatchMojo.com. This is Trey Moore, and this week on More Mojo, instead of telling you how to take your clothes off, we're telling you how to put them on. All right. We're at American Apparel store to talk fashion this week. I don't know if you've usually noticed, in my usual potty spot, I'm always wearing American Apparel clothing. But it's a bit more than that. I'm also personal friends with the senior shareholder, Dov Charney, and from time to time, I've advised him on a couple things added to that success of his. So when my producer came to me and said, Trey, can you cover the fashion spot this week? Do you have any ideas? I said, yes, Ash, I can. Yes, I do. And here I am. So fashion is a lot about expressing yourself. It's about being an individual. All right. It's really ironic if you think about it. You can pick American Apparel clothing out of the crowd because they're not trying to stand out in the crowd by brandishing their brand name. But it's something else that's really hot about the American Apparel look are the bright colors. No matter what time of year you walk into an American Apparel store, you can find the vibrant colors that reflect that utopic Californian climate that these threads are stitched in. But I also like to think it reflects a little bit of the joie de vivre that their golden boy founder, Dov Charney, gained from his upbringing. Now, Dov Charney is a born and raised Montrealer. And for those of you who don't know, Montreal culture is a little bit more passionate and a little bit more European than your run-of-the-mill American metropolis. My point is simply that the mastermind behind American Apparel is a Canadian. But the most intriguing reason to buy American Apparel is because they're making the world a better place. In the post-no-logo age, when everyone else is outsourcing production to the third world, American Apparel is paying their employees a living wage, and they're doing it right here in America. But let's go back. You ready? Now, for those of you who don't know, the fashion industry is one that's wrought with corruption and abuse. Most of the production is outsourced to child labor and sweatshops in the third world. But even most of the operations going on in the West don't respect labor laws, and those that do don't pay anything more than minimum wage. American Apparel is a bit different in that respect. Not only do they pay their employees a living wage, but then some. They have subsidized lunch programs, subsidized second language programs, subsidized bus pass programs, not to mention that they provide medical and dental to their employees. When this all started out and they went to the banks for money, the banks laughed at them. They thought the idea of basing production in the States was not only crazy, but one that would never turn a profit. Now that they're one of the fastest growing companies in the industry, I bet you a lot of those money bags are hitting themselves in the head with their own sacks of cash. The point is that when you buy AA, not only is your style and your ethics kosher, but you're sticking it to the man. It all comes down to their bigger business model. You see, the way they take care of their employees is part of their theory of vertical integration. Simply put, vertical integration is an alternative to the more popular outsourcing. When you contract your production to outside sources, you absolve yourself of a lot of legal accountability of doing day-to-day business. This is the type of thing that makes sweatshops and child labor possible in the first place. Vertical integration, on the other hand, means taking responsibility for your own actions. And that's what's so interesting about American Apparel. They're a company that's standing behind their product in a way that most corporations and multinationals just aren't willing to do these days. I'm not flowing here at all. But American Apparel is also making the world a better place for us richer folks as well. You see, fashion is all about glamour and glitz. And American Apparel is hogging a lot of the glam by not being so glamorous in the first place. So when you buy American Apparel, you're supporting their ads feature real people with real jobs and in some cases, real cellulite. In essence, they're celebrating the real over the ideal. You look more nervous than I am. That American Apparel is setting a new standard of beauty, one that's accessible and one that's natural. And there's no arguing with nature.